Yes then YouTube, we are back with another custom tactics video, but the first thing you could do for me, drop this video a like, drop a comment down below. Remember, I do reply to every single comment, and if you can please hit that subscribe button to my channel, that would mean the world to me. So the formation today is a formation that was an absolute beast on FIFA 23, and I have to admit, having played a lot of FC 24 on my road to glory, by the way, because I haven't gone for a pay to win just yet, because with the custom tactics that I'm bringing out for you, I wanted it to be a little bit relatable in terms of the road to glory team. The 4-3-2-1 is very meta again, probably one of, if not the best attacking formations on the game. So without any further ado, let's just get straight into it. For your cheapest and most reliable place to buy your FC 24 coins, check out mmoexp.com. Link is down in the description below. Use the code WOLF at the checkout for 5% off your order. Balanced on the defensive style, 100% YouTube. I definitely would not use pressure on every touch or press after possession loss at all. I don't think they're very good really on EAFC 24 at this moment in time. Remember, defending is probably the hardest thing to do at the minute in terms of when you're jockeying, your players are a little bit on ice skates, I call it. It kind of feels like you're not in control of your defenders when you're jockeying, if you kind of know what I mean. It is a very weird animation that they've brought in this year, so I personally would stay well away from pressure on every touch and press after possession loss at this moment in time. So balanced is the way to go. The defensive width, you are only going to go down to 45. So normally I would go down to like a 40, even a little bit more narrow in some cases. But at this moment in time, I'm actually having a lot of joy with the 45 width. So the reason you are going to want to be a little bit more narrow in terms of the way you defend is you're going to want to have your left back a little bit tucked into your left centre back, making that harder to break down. You're going to want to have your right back a little bit more, again, tucked into the right centre back, making the whole back four in general just a little bit more compact, because then there's less gaps for your opponent to exploit, and it just then makes it harder for your opponent to create opportunities really. It also means that your midfielders are closer together. All in all, it just means you're harder to break down. So that's why I've gone with the 45. The defensive depth though, you might think this is a little bit high, but there is method to the madness. So you have two choices here, YouTube. I am currently, that's not even a word. I am currently on the 4-3-2-1 using 60 depth, which you might think is a little bit high, and it is. But the way I've been looking at this is, when we're defending, the kind of less defending that we do, the easier it is to defend. So with our team pushing up a little bit and suffocating our opponent in terms of, oh my god, suffocating our opponent in terms of like playing a bit of a higher line but not too much of a YOLO line, it means that we're not actually defending our 18-yard box that much, which means that with the jockeying system, which like I said in the video is hard to get used to, we're actually a little bit better off for it. But if you are someone that really doesn't like the high line at all, you can of course use 55 depth. I use 55 depth on most of my formations. Just with the 4-3-2-1 at the minute, I'm having more joy and more success with using the 60 depth. So the reason I'm using that is it works. You know, I don't like to use something that don't work. That's just a waste of time. So balanced 45 on the defensive width along with 60 depth. But again, if you are struggling defensively, maybe lower it down to 55 depth just to try and counter attack that high line. The offense on both new gen and old gen, because I've been playing a lot of old gen today, actually trying to learn old gen as well, is still balanced with direct passing. That works exactly the same on old gen in my opinion. Old gen is actually a little bit more responsive, by the way, so if any of you are on old gen, maybe go with that 60 depth, because it is a bit more responsive. You can kind of get away with that high line in terms of the way you defend. So balanced with direct passing, of course, your absolute bread and butter in terms of the offense. The offensive width though, YouTube, I make it a little more narrow, so I go to 45. Now the reason for that, I want my left forward and my right forward to be very close to my strike. It just makes it easier to attack with, easier to create opportunities really. So that's why I like it. It's actually pretty simple when you think about it. It really is really simple. Players in the box, I do go up to 7. Yes, you guessed it. That is actually the same on every single custom tactics at the minute. I did lower it down to 6 last year, but at this moment in time, like I said in the video, defending's hard. So because defending's hard, we kind of want to create a lot of opportunities, because then our opponent is also struggling to defend as well. So having the 7 players in the box means we do just have more players in the box. More players in the box in my head and in most people's head means more opportunities to score goals. Really is that simple. Simple maths. Corners and free kicks, of course, is going to be 2-2 to stop us getting counter-attacked on. So, custom tactics done. Player instructions, let's get straight into it. And a little bit of a disclaimer, these have not really changed since FIFA 23 because the attacking side of the 4-3-2-1 and the defensive structure of the 4-3-2-1 works exactly the same as last year, and it's just as OP and as meta as it was last year at this moment in time. So, I play with my striker and my right forward. Both of them are on stay central and getting behind. The reason being is because when we're defending, we defend in a 4-4-2, and I have the right forward as the one that is on stay central and getting behind as well. So one of the forwards, YouTube, you're going to want to have them on stay central and getting behind the same as your striker, because when we're defending, that then the right forward or the left forward that we have on stay central and getting behind, for me, it's the right forward. That will be the one that plays up front when we don't have the ball, because then the other forward, my left forward, he is then on comeback on defence. So, when we don't have the ball, my Jeremy Doku will tuck into that left midfield of a 4-4-2. My Gabriel Jesus and Danjuma will be the two strikers when we're defending. But then as soon as we get the ball, Doku will push back up into that left forward position. It's very, very, very OP. Any of you that played 4-3-2-1 last year will fully agree with how OP it is. And this year, it works exactly the same, YouTube. So it's not really changed. Use and abuse it is what I say. So the striker and right forward stay central and getting behind. Left forward, come back on defence. The left centre mid, for me, is more of the attacking central midfielder. So he's the one that is on getting to the box for cross and cover centre. So when we have the ball, the left centre mid, because he is on getting to the box for cross, he will make a lot of penetrating runs into my opponent's box to create goals and create goal scoring opportunities. And if you think about it, even if we don't play him the ball, the fact that he is there in the box anyway means that we actually have just an extra player in the box that then gives us more space for example, a Doku or a Danjuma that will then be unmarked for the extra pass. So even if you don't use that centre mid in terms of to shoot, he will just be causing havoc because he's in your opponent's box anyway. My middle centre mid is then on stay back while attacking and cover centre. I'm actually using Rodri right now because I got him untradeable. He's actually very good, by the way. Like, genuinely, I haven't noticed his pace yet. So, he's on stay back while attacking and cover centre. And who better else to play in the Rodri role than Rodri himself? So, imagine Rodri for Man City. That is that central midfield position in the 4-3-2. Well, the middle central midfield position in the 4-3-2-1. My right centre mid, he is on completely default settings, YouTube. So, including cover wing. So, he literally, I don't put a single player instruction on him. So, when we don't have the ball, the right centre mid will push over to the right midfield ever so slightly. Because, of course, the left forward is dropping into that left midfield of a 4-4-2. Meaning the right central midfielder is moving to the right of the 4-4-2. But then when we get the ball, he will then push back into that right centre midfield position as well. And then, of course, the left forward pushing up to the left forward. Last but not least, I then play with my right back on stay back while attacking because, like last year, I attack with my left back. So you're going to want to have one full back, YouTube, on stay back while attacking. For me, that is my right back. And then you are going to want to have your left back on join the attack and overlap. It doesn't matter though, YouTube, if you want your right back to be the one that joins the attack and overlap. Just as long as one of your fullbacks is on join the attack and overlap, you can't go wrong. So basically, we will have our left back bombing on, our left forward tucking into all three forwards tucking in, so they're all just there. The left centre mid getting into the box as well, and then we'll have the middle central midfielder just patrolling that middle of the park, not venturing too far forward. And then last but not least, YouTube, my goalkeeper is on comes for crosses and sweeper keeper. And that right there is my brand new 4-3-2-1 custom tactics video for you guys. Please, YouTube, drop this video a like, drop a comment down below for me, and please hit that subscribe button to my channel. I'm going to do a giveaway if and when we hit 30,000 subscribers. So hit that subscribe button so you never miss an upload. Thank you for watching. Remember, spread the love and positivity. PMA, positive mental attitude. Peace out. One love.